Welcome back. Services at the Mahikeng Traffic Department have worsened since the offices reopened following the easing of lockdown regulations. Residents are forced to wait in queues from as early as 3 o'clock in the morning and still go back home without having received any service. The employees are also on a go slow, which has worsened the situation. For more on the story, let's cross live now to our colleague Felicia Phakedi. A very good morning to you, Felicia. What's happening at the Mahikeng Traffic Department?
Thank you, Desiree. We are in the Mahikeng Licensing Department, as you have stated there, and of course, we know now as the country is on level 2, some of the traffic services, as you would make an example of those who had their disc expired, they had an extension until yesterday, that is the end of August, and we've seen a lot of people coming in as of from level 3 of the lockdown to write their licenses and some of them to test for their driver's licenses. We did speak to some of the people who came here to solicit some help, and they did state, as you have mentioned there, that they have came here very early, and in most cases they tend to go back home without getting any help. And one of the person who was complaining there, stating there that it is quite difficult for them to drive freely. As we know at this moment, they have to renew their discs. But to speak more on this, I will talk to one of the members or community members who came here to solicit help, and that is Karabo Mashego. If you can just talk to us, Karabo, we understand that you've been here since the early mornings. Talk to us about that.
Good morning. Yes, I've been here since around 6:20 to come and renew my license disc. The lines are long. It's a long process. You need patience. So we are being patient, of course, and we're hoping that we'll get the type of help that we need. I received an SMS sometime in June that said my license disc has been extended up until the end of August, so it has expired, so I need to renew so I can drive freely on the roads. Yes, ma'am.
That's one of the people who are here to ask for services here at the traffic department. And I can just state there that there has been a concern regarding the closing of this licensing department, where we've seen, for an example, on a Friday, where there were chaos only because the licensing department closed at 12 p.m. instead of in the afternoon around 4 o'clock. And the concerns were that they are going to close, the extension rather is coming to an end, that is the end of August, and we saw chaos of people complaining, saying that seems like there really isn't any proper preparation for those who are supposed to extend their discs, as we understand at this moment that they had a certain period of time to do that. But also I can state, as you mentioned, Desiree, that there has been a concern regarding the employees of this traffic department, where we saw earlier on, even 2 months back, there were concerns. We saw many of them really in go slow across the province. But to talk more about this, I will just speak to the chairperson of SAMU here in the Northwest Province, that is Joseph Telesile. Thank you very much, sir, for talking to us. We understand that the employees of this traffic department are quite disgruntled. If you can just talk to us more about that.
Yeah, the disgruntlement is as a result of a unilateral deduction of salaries, which was implemented by the HR department of the Mahikeng local municipality. And we are demanding that has to be corrected as a matter of extreme urgency. And the second issue is that we are demanding that the workers must be provided with PPE, a proper PPE. We are saying that the politicians must stop interfering with processes of provision of PPE, because in the event that the sanitizers get finished in the municipality, we are going to call upon all our members to down tools, because we can't compromise the health of our members. The third issue is that we have not forgotten about the VBS issue. We are calling for the ANC to ensure that they remove their mayor from the position of the mayor, because they have taken that decision. We are aware they must stay true to their decision and implement that particular decision. failing which there's going to be total chaos and ungovernability we are going to declare in Mahikeng, because we can't stay with people who have to answer on the issue of the VBS. Thank you.
Now, we understand on that issue, though, of the mayor, but if you can state the part about salaries, you mentioned there that the certain amount was deducted from employees' salaries. Has there been a communication, perhaps, with the municipality regarding that? Is there any resolution taken?
Yeah, we have had an urgent meeting with the municipal manager to discuss the matter. And we have agreed that by the end of September, on the 25th of September, all that money will have to be repaid back into the accounts of the affected employees. Yeah.
That was Joseph Telesile, the chairperson of South African Municipal Workers Union here in the Northwest Province, stating there that the concern was that there was a certain amount deducted from the employees' salaries, hence the go slow, stating there also that there seems like there are no sanitizers at this traffic department. If they run out of them, they will ensure that their members are not coming to work, stating there that, of course, there is a tender that is about to be advertised for that, and we know that might take some time. But to respond to this, I have with me the spokesperson of the Mahikeng local municipality, that is John Nkwane. Nkwane, thank you very much for talking to us. We've heard the concerns, more so about the deduction that was made from the salaries of employees. You can just give us the reaction or the response of the municipality regarding that.
No, thanks very much and good morning. I think we need to start by apologizing to the affected employees, because I don't think it is proper for their monies to be deducted without proper notification or proper consultation. And we duly apologize, and we believe that the matter will be resolved, as the chairperson has already alluded. On the issue of the sanitizers, we believe that we must follow the supply chain management processes properly, but however, we wish that the process will be expedited, because we are talking about the lives of people here who can and will be infected and affected by the COVID-19. So we hope that the matter will be expedited, as I have already said.
We understand that the supply of these sanitizers can perhaps be prolonged only because there are procurement processes that have to be followed. Now, in a case where this happens, what is the municipality going to do now, as we've heard Rekalisile explaining there that if there are no PPE or sanitizers at this licensing department, no member will come to work?
Because we are talking about emergency issues here, I think the supply chain management processes will then be resorted to 7 days advert, which can be expedited in that manner. So I don't think there's a crisis on that. We still have a few reserves, but we want to make sure that we don't run out of supplies. So I believe that we will be on time.
Now, the issue of queues, Renkwan, I understand this is quite not your territory. However, there is a dual responsibility when it comes to traffic department and, of course, the municipality. We're speaking of licensing and department falling under Mahikeng local municipalities. Now, we can see there's a long queue outside, and we can see that there are COVID-19 regulations that need to be adhered to. I don't know, perhaps, has there been a communication with the Department of Traffic regarding the needed intervention?
No, thanks. You'd remember these queues are going to the Department of Transport and Community Safety. So we've made them aware of the long queues, and we've made them aware of people running out of patience, which might end up being a chaos out there. So we strongly believe that they will come to part and try to address the situation, as we have already communicated with them.
That was Johnny Nkwane, the spokesperson of Mahikeng local municipality, Desri. As we know that people were on level 5 lockdown, and then it went down to level 4. Level 3, they were able to access services here at Mahikeng licensing department. However, it seems like the queue is quite long. Because of that reason, people were at home not being able to access services. This led to disgruntlement, this led to many concerns, and of course, this also including the fact that the employees of this licensing department are not happy, as a certain amount was deducted from their salaries. But as Samu stated, they have been in communication with the municipality, and we would see when time goes on if this will be resolved. Desiree, back to you in studio.